obviously the open ocean, gulf, however you want to put it. Like,
Mhm.
can I just walk onto your boat and you're gonna like give me all of the tools and all the things that I need to fish? Like, or am I gonna have to know things beforehand, or will I be good to go? Like, you'll be able to help me, or what would I need to know?
Yes, I will be able to provide all the equipment for you guys, from even the bait, the tackle, the ice for your fish, and then when we come back, I'll even clean the fish for you. Me or my captain will clean the fish for you as part of the package deal. We'll put it in some Ziploc baggies, that way you guys can take it home, or you can take it to Huli Huli Hut and have them cook it up for you too, so
That's how
Ding
he
ding.
hooked me. That's how he hooked me right there.
Yep.
It's like you can just drop a fish off and they'll cook it for you.
Yep. They'll cook it, I think it's still 3 ways. I think it's blackened, fried, and grilled.
All right, we got another episode of the old Frosty Dinghy going on. We got Ashley up in my corner over here, and we got special guest Captain Tyler from Galveston, Texas. The man, the myth, the legend. He came out of Iowa and made himself good down in Texas, playing on the water. How you doing today, Chief?
Pretty good.
Staying out of trouble down there in Texas?
Oh, yeah. They got me running all over the place, booking trips, so
Last time I saw you, I kind of asked you a little bit how you ended up in Galveston out of Iowa. So, what was the biggest difference between the move from Iowa to Galveston?
it was a big culture shock for sure. Coming in from, small town Southeast Iowa to almost, I think it's like up to 2 to 3 million people in Houston right now. So it was a big culture shock. Working to get my captain's license and everything was pretty challenging as well. So we made it through it. And my mom and stepdad moved down there about, I think it was about 5 6 years before me. So and that's the
Had a
reason
little
why I
bit
went
of
down.
pad,
Yep.
little
Yep.
little bit of support down there.
Yeah.
We're still working towards getting down there, and we had to reverse the plan a little bit because my boat
I
that's
see.
sitting in Texas didn't quite get finished like it was supposed to. So we started with a camper and started renting it out to
I
get the
see.
money to get down there and play in the boating world with you.
Yeah. It's pretty busy down there. Galveston, I think they are up to about almost 200 plus charters down there. So
Ooh,
I mean, it's a pretty big community down there for boating. So
are they all doing the fishing charters like you are, or the
they're doing the
tourism's been
fishing.
kicking off?
The tourism's been kicking off big time. They've got a bunch of those little party boats, little tiki party boats. They're starting those up at the yacht basin now. I believe they got 2 or 3 of them. More charters are starting to form, so it's
Are
getting a
they the
good amount of competition.
the same style that I showed you when I was down there, the cruising tiki style, or are they actually like
Yeah, they're
pontoon style?
they're the pontoon style, but they still have the tiki around them and everything.
Yep. Well, that's nice to know that I'll have a little competition when I make it down there. Be exciting.
Yeah, as of right now, I believe it's only in Galveston at the yacht basin, and I don't even know. Like, I haven't really seen them a whole lot. So I actually ended up buying a second boat, and I actually got a fleet of captains that work for me now. So I do charters every once in a great while as I'm working on getting my bigger license. So
Trying to get the next step up to drive the tugs, or you're going for the
I'm going up
big.
for my 100-ton masters. So right now I
So
just have my 25 ton. So
and what did it take to get you to that level of the 25 ton?
the 25 tons, the bare minimum. I mean, it's you don't have to be on a really big boat, 85 foot, all the way down to 25 foot, 30 foot. So
You just got to
they'll give
log
you
the
that one.
hours and the time.
Yep, yep. I got my 25 ton masters and 100-ton mate, so I can be a first mate on anything up to 100-ton, and I can run up to 25 ton by myself.
Nice. That's definitely a big step from where I met you at anyway.
Yeah. Yep. When I met you, I think I was only at my OUPV, my uninspected vessel license.
Yeah, you're a little bit above six pack.
Yep. So right
So did you
now
ever
they
go?
have me working. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, man. Finish
Right
your
now they
thought.
have me working on crew boats. So I'm running crew boats for the pipeline. They're building a pipeline up there in Galveston Bay. So it's a natural gas, and they're running it all the way down to Texas City from Baytown. And I'm just running crews out to that pipeline as they're welding and everything.
That's a heck of a distance to be covering with the pipeline on the water, ain't it?
Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah. It's I think they say it's about a 26-mile pipeline.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a big pipeline.
So I'm gonna jump back into the boating here for a minute, but your biggest fan is sitting up there in my corner of my screen. Ashley is like your biggest fan for one reason. You turned me on to the Huli Huli Hut.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. I love that place.
So
And
the good news about Huli Huli Hut, they actually just opened up another branch at the Galveston Yacht Marina.
Shut
So you
up.
can,
That's
yeah, it's called
awesome.
Real Naughty.
Oh, oh, okay. Can't go wrong there.
Yep, it's REE and then not like nautical, but just without the AL, it's I.
Nice.
So yep,
so they put that one on the other side of the ferry.
so yeah, they're on the Galveston side ferry now. Yep,
Yep. So
All right.
I,
Now I know where I need to go.
I
yep,
took her down to Galveston. It's the first time she's seen a beach, and I'm like, Tyler turned me on to the best restaurant down here, and that's where we're going first. So
I had no idea where to go or what to do.
after we did the ghost walk, it ends up right back next door to it, so it kind of worked out.
that's nice. That's cool. Yeah, the original building caught on fire. I think it was 2 years ago, and they moved it over on 25th Street, I believe.
Yep. So we were talking to an artist from music artist from down there, Sevi, and he used to play Huli Huli Hut all the time, and he used to sleep underneath the stage.
Wow,
Yeah, so he gave me all kinds of stories about down there too. So
that's great.
where's your favorite place to hang out in Galveston?
My favorite place to hang out would probably be Huli Huli Hut or Katie's Seafood. I like Katie's Seafood over there on Pier 19. I mean, that's
Yep.
where I started out working on boats and stuff. Was Pier 19 on those fishing boats down there. The Captain John, the Texan 2. So
We
Yeah,
didn't get a chance to make it to there. We are only there for what, 3 days?
yeah, we were only there for a
Yeah.
short time last
So
go.
not quite enough time to get to all of the places and all of the things. So
Katie's has the best hush puppies.
they do have pretty good
I
hush
have yet to vote. So
puppies.
We do have to settle a little bit of a vote though. Who has the best shrimp kisses in Galveston?
fishtails.
I don't know. I like Real Naughty's got real good shrimp kisses. So,
Okay. Well, see, now I got another contender in the ring. So
you know,
You're gonna
another
talk
reason to
her
go
into
back.
making me take her down there again. I'm telling you.
It's for science.
It's
there you
I,
go.
I don't I don't think I can use that as a tax write off this time. Last
I'll
time it
talk to your
was.
accountant. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. I am the accountant.
Oh, then we're totally fine.
Yeah, yeah. We'll figure it out. So I pulled up your upscale anglers website you got going on. As soon as I
Mhm.
remember how to share stuff. They changed my buttons
I
around
think
on
we
here.
even changed it a little bit too. The actual website, I believe we changed it a little bit.
So that's what comes up on it.
Hmm.
And I had to pull that picture up for you. So we were we weren't. I was playing around on your gallery, and I had some fishing questions for you. What are
Okay,
those?
those are red drum. Those are the big bull reds that they always talk about.
The
They're
ones
just
that
an
put up the
oversized. They're an oversized redfish.
so they're the ones that fight really hard then.
Yes, they fight really hard. They usually start running around the jetties around about September, October, a little bit in November, where you'll be catching the most I've caught in 4 hours is 67 of those.
Whew, it's a lot of fish.
Mm-hmm.
And then there
Yep.
was what are you doing with those guys?
Those are that is believe that one's the spinner shark. That one we can keep. It's got to be 64 inches, the same size as me. They usually get all the way up. The biggest one I think I've seen is about 8 foot.
What's the biggest one of those that you've caught?
I've caught a 200-pound bull shark before.
Holy cow.
He was about 9 foot, 10 foot long. And that one's a sheephead. So those are really good eating. They usually start coming to the jetties and really start feeding around about February, March, and April.
What fish do you catch most often down there that you keep?
It's gonna be the sheephead, those red drum, and black drum, and a little bit of speckled trout, and of course sharks.
Yeah, you
It
got
all depends on the season. Right now is a perfect time for sharks. My captain Ian Robertson, he ended up catching about a 9 foot hammerhead yesterday.
9-foot
Wow.
hammerhead down there.
Yep,
I didn't
yep,
even
we
know
get hammerheads out.
I didn't know the hammerheads hung out around there.
Oh yeah, yeah, we got hammerheads. I think I got one on these pictures right here too.
In these pictures,
Yeah, I think there should be a hammerhead in one of them.
that one looks kind of angry.
Yeah, that one he ain't too happy. I mean, I wouldn't either if I had a hook in my mouth.
Those are
You
always
catch some
fun to look at.
stingrays.
Oh, do those actually put up the fight that I think
Yes,
that I've heard
they
about?
they section cup down there on the bottom, and once you got to break them off the bottom, and then you can reel them up. But they like to stay. They bury down into the bottom, like they put all their weight down there, and they're very strong.
So what were you gonna say before I jumped on top of you?
Every every time we catch one of those, customers always says we got to kill it for Steve Irwin.
Yes.
So
That's
we end up keeping a couple of quite a few of those actually.
see if we can find one of those hammerhead guys on here. You got a lot of pictures.
But yeah, I'm not seeing it. I thought it was on there, but maybe it's not on there.
So that's
That's a
like
Jack Crevalle.
that's one of the pictures you sent me, wasn't it? A different picture of one of those?
That's a yeah, a different picture of one of those.
Get that one up here in a minute. Trying to find the big boy that I found earlier. I might have to stop this one and just pull it up from the other thing. I know what it is, but I
Mhm.
really need to know how hard it is to get it in the boat because it looks ridiculous. Where'd it go? That guy.
Oh, that's a black drum. We all the guys they call those big uglies because they are not pretty at all.
So those are probably one of the harder ones to get in, aren't they? Other than the shark.
Oh yeah, they fight pretty hard, yes. And there are a lot of they after a while they'll end up like getting tired and wearing out, and they'll float up on top, and then you just gotta drag them in.
Like, how much does one of those weigh?
I've seen as big as about 40 to 50 pounds.
Wow.
But
Do you
pound to
guys
pound, I think the red drum is probably the hardest one that fights. Or Jack Crevalle, I'm sorry, Jack Crevalle's fight pretty hard as well.
you guys don't run into like the big groupers and stuff down there, do you? Like
No,
they do on the
not
coasts?
this yeah, not close to the jetties.
Are you still having the jellyfish problem down there?
They come and go. This year I haven't really noticed a whole bunch of them this time of the year. So the jellyfish hasn't been too bad. No, not this year. We have had a lot of seaweed though, a lot of seaweed.
There we go. So
Yeah,
is that like an average haul for you when you go out?
that's a good day. That is a good day. On any day. But in about like I said, February, March, April, they that's an about close to an average day in February, March, and April
So
for those type of fish. Those sheephead.
when's your busy season for fishing?
Busy seasons this time of the year, the summertime. Whenever school's out, parents like to bring the kids down to Galveston and take them, to the beach and spring break, Christmas break, Thanksgiving break. Those are usually our fall break. Those are usually our busy time. I know when I was in school, we didn't get to, like, fall breaks. It was either Christmas break and Thanksgiving. Now they
Right.
got a break in October, and, like, I'll take it. That's more business for me when they're not in school, they're coming down to Galveston.
So is it just like people from Houston or Texas that roll down there to do the deep sea fishing, or are you getting them from other states as well?
I'm getting them from other states, other countries. I've had a guy that went fishing with me from China. We had guys from, I believe it was Ukraine, Russia. I mean, we've had all over the place. We get people from New York, California, Oklahoma.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to go deep sea fishing and then maybe I'll be better at fishing than you.
Well, it's definitely
Maybe.
on the to-do list for next time we go down, when we got more than a few hours to hang out outside of the hotel.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
We did get to play in the Hilton right there on Seawall for a while,
Okay.
but it was
Nice.
just on the border of being too cold to go play on the beach.
I see. When'd you guys head down?
What
It
was
was
it?
last Halloween. We were there
Yeah.
Halloween and November 1st. Yeah. Yeah. We were there for not very
Oh, yeah, I
long.
think we had a
So,
good cold front right there in October too.
I mean, we were still like in shorts and tank. Everybody else was like in winter coats and everything. We're like, hey, this is awesome. Like, we're from Iowa. And
I think it was in the 70s.
Yeah, when I drive down Seawall and it's the wintertime and I see people in shorts and T-shirts, I'm like, "They're from up north."
yep,
It was hard to keep me out of the water, but it was really, really windy. So got some nice pictures of
Yeah,
her twirling around in the water, but I kept my clothes on that day.
there you go. Yeah, the wintertime, it gets a little chilly with that wind, and it'll also suck that water out too. I didn't know if you guys noticed the beach, probably the water was a little bit lower than normal, so
I didn't know what normal was. I'd never seen an actual beach. So I was just picking up seashells. I was having a day. So
hey, if you get there at the first cold front where it sucks all that water out, you'll get a whole bunch of those seashells
I
and the bigger
did.
ones too. So,
Yeah. I was just putting them in my pockets. So
there you go.
I was golden.
Yeah, she went in right there by the gift shop that sits out on the pillars that uh used to be a hotel, but now it's a, what is it, a carnival pier or
Well,
something
Pleasure
like that?
Pier.
Pleasure
Yeah.
pier.
That's what we
Pleasure
were over
Pier.
by Pleasure Pier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right across from fish sales.
So in the summertime, underneath that pier is really good trout fishing. So you go out
Really?
there and wade. Mhm. You'll see a bunch of guys going out there and wading, but you gotta be
I
very
just got to
careful.
follow the old guys.
Yeah, but you gotta be very careful because like, you'll have your fish on your stringer, and you'll walk back to the truck, and you'll just have fish heads sometimes because the sharks will eat 'em,
Oh,
come up and
okay.
eat the trout.
I don't
Yep,
need to be like missing digits. I mean, I like to fish, but I want to keep, I have really long toes too. So I don't need to be like coming back with
yep,
nubs.
coming back with nubs.
No,
As long as
ain't
there's
about
not
that.
snakes under there, you'll be all right.
Oh, no.
Yep.
So, walk us through a normal charter day with you. Like, how does
Normal
it
charter
start?
day?
Yeah, where do you go? What do you bring for bait? What are you fishing for? How many people you take?
So what I'll do is I'll usually call the customers, day before, find out what kind of fish they're wanting to catch. And if they're wanting something big, I'll usually go take them and get shark. If they're wanting some good eating fish, we'll go and try and catch, speckled trout, black drum, sheephead. And then, I'll wake up next day, go get a shrimp from either the bait camp that's, at the marina, or, I'll stop at, like, Smitty's or Boyd's and, pick up some shrimp there. If they're wanting something big, I'll usually go and, get some shad and, some fish bites, and we'll go and catch some live sand trout for those, sharks, and, those sand trout is like candy, and, we'll put the fish bites on, catch the sand trout, try to keep them from getting the dolphins because the dolphins will come up and eat your sand trout too. So you
Oh,
gotta once you catch them, you gotta really hurry up and get them up in the boat. We'll go out to the jetties and run around there. If we're on a state water trip, we'll go out towards Freeport. I like to go out towards Freeport on the beachfront. The snapper fishing's a little better down there. The kingfish is a little bit better down there. So that's where I usually like to go.
So, how far out do you go from Galveston into the water? I mean, do you just
So
stay
our
local, or do you go actual, like, deep sea, which deep
So we stay
Gulf?
local for the basic 4-hour and 6-hour trips. For the 8 and 10-hour trips, we'll go out to the first set of rigs, the oil, the gas wheels and stuff. So
Those are
Those could
what,
be
like
I could take
15
you
miles?
guys down, yeah, no more than 10 miles, so, yep.
I've seen
Some of
them.
them
I've
are,
been out in them, but I haven't ever fished them. I
yep,
got one
they're
boat
pretty good.
ride.
One boat.
I got one boat ride when
Yeah,
I lived there, and we just drove by them. We didn't go fishing.
yeah, no, they hold pretty good fish. So those snapper and spade fish, they like that structure. They like to stay close to that structure a little bit. The colder months, they're usually, like coming around September, October, November, they're usually closer to the state water side. But like this time of the year, they're heading out deep. They're in the federal waters where you got to have federal permits and stuff like that. So
And what step do you need to take to get the federal permits?
you got to find them and buy them from somebody or lease them from somebody, and they're pretty expensive. Last I looked, it was about 15 to 30 grand
Jesus.
to buy.
Oh,
But they're
Yeah.
lifetime ones, right?
Yep.
Until
They
you
never
sell them.
expire.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's same as the reef license that you need to fish the reef
Yep.
out there.
That's the permit I'm talking about. Yep.
Okay.
Reef permit. Yep,
So
that one's about between 15 to 30. You can lease it for about 5 grand. So,
so why would you spend that kind of money to get on the reef? What's different between the fishing you do and the fishing that you can get on the reef?
they can we can go further out. We can go all the way up to about 200 miles. If you have the boat that's capable of doing it, you can go up that far with that permit. So,
So the fish type and none of that stuff
oh
changes?
yeah, when you get out past, 30, 40, 50, 60 miles, you're going into, the red snapper, Vermilion snapper. A little further out than that, you're going into like amberjack, grouper, tilefish. You can be trolling for wahoo, sailfish, that type of stuff.
So is it on your plate to ever get one of those, or are you
We're
folks
working
in a
there.
different
We're
direction?
working there. Right now, like I said, we're getting ready to add a second boat to the fleet. So we're getting that one up and ready. We had some wiring issues that we needed to do to address. So we getting that all situated. We're gonna see how these 2 boats go next year, and then hopefully maybe the following year we can probably try and get something that we can get a permit with. So right now the 26-foot and the 25-foot is just a little too small. We won't be able to run out in those bad weather days, so it'd be just, a handful of trips of being able to go out.
So what size of boat do you optimally need to expand?
For the being able to go offshore, like deep offshore, probably a good 30 to 40-foot boat would be a good one.
And is there any like amenities and stuff on the bigger boat that you don't have on the smaller boat? Like, does it add like a bathroom, extra seating, a bunk, or anything like that, or is it just still the
Um
open deck style?
They have those 2 types. You can get a sport fisher where it does have the bathroom, the kitchen, the bunks. A lot of the guys use the open deck style, and because, I mean, it's a fishing boat, so we're trying to keep everybody fishing and trying to, get the fish in the ice box. You got more of an ice box on those open decks because your ice box are usually down in the bottom in the floor. So that's what they usually like to go after.
So what are the boats that you currently run, or you're looking into getting to expand your six pack side of the
Um,
business?
I would I would really like to get a 36-foot contender or a 30-foot contender. Those are really good offshore boats. I got a couple buddies that run those. I mean, they handle some really, 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 really big storms. So if we go offshore and we get into a bad storm, you don't come back. You take a 25, 26-foot boat and you get caught in a storm. I mean, you could be facing 10 to 12-foot seas, and not know if you're gonna be able to make it back. And our job is to make sure the customers come back, make sure everybody comes back because it could be dangerous. Mother Nature's not forgiving at all. So,
So speaking of that, I know I've heard stories. I mean, I heard stories about you after I left about some of the stuff that you guys do as the boat captains, and I've heard actually your name come up about people that get uh, like trapped next to those jetties that stick out off the beach, and you got to do the rescues
mhm.
down there. Uh,
Yep.
that looks dangerous as hell. I mean, and the fact that you
Oh, yeah.
guys are willing to just go out there and jump in and get those people in the boats out of there, that's just
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's, as, licensed captains that we put an oath out there. They make us do an oath that, we would help other mariners. I mean, if we see somebody in trouble and they need help, I mean, it's our duty to help them. You know, even if they're not a licensed mariner. I mean, we're supposed to help people as well.
And the storms down there, I know from experience from living there for a little bit, they pop out of nowhere sometimes. The forecast will be clear. Next thing you know, you got 7-foot waves hitting the beach and it's rolling up to the seawall cement.
Yeah, yeah, I've had buddies that get caught out there where, you know, I was like, "Man, if they're not in, you know, within 30 minutes, I mean, we gotta go out and see if we can find them," you know? So,
What's the
it
worst
can be a
storm that you
dangerous
rode
game.
out?
Worst storm? Probably when I very first started, we were fishing at WR4, which is a buoy. It's actually an old wreck. They put a buoy there so that way the bigger ships doesn't hit it. We were probably sitting in about 6-foot seas. Me and a buddy of mine, JT Williams, he was working for Chop. I was working for Jason Woods. We were sitting there and I called him out and said, "Hey, where are you at?" And he said, "I'm out here at WR4." I said, "Really? I'm at WR4." He said, "I don't see you." And we're looking around and all of a sudden, like the wave would come, we would pop up and we could see each other and then we'd drop at the same time. It was that big of seas. I mean,
Whoa.
6-foot seas and a 23-foot boat. He always made fun of my boat that it was a canoe, and he was in like a I believe it was a robalo, and that boat could handle some seas as well. So he asked me, he's like, "Why are you out here?" I said, "Well, boss man said I had to go out." I said, "Customers didn't want to reschedule, so we had to come out."
Did you catch
So
anything?
we caught a, we caught 2 black drum, and the customers were like, "Okay, we're ready to go back in." It was supposed to be a 4-hour trip, and it only lasted about 2. So
Yeah.
yeah,
How
it
how
was
were they walking when they got back to the dock?
they were still puking when they got to the dock. One of the guys was still throwing up on the dock. He's like, "Dude, I still feel like I'm moving." I was like, "Yep, you don't feel like that."
That'll hang with you for a while.
Yeah, yep,
That makes my trip with you feel like paradise, I guess. The only
yep.
thing we did was
Yeah, when
break an
we went out a
antenna.
couple times. I remember we went out a couple times and I was showing you around off its bayou,
Yep.
and we went underneath that bridge and I didn't lower the antenna and it snapped right off.
I didn't I Everybody thought I was gonna make it until it didn't.
Yep. I thought it was gonna make it. It looked like it was on clear, but it ended up not clearing.
If I remember right, you said you didn't even know that was there, that whole channel
Yeah,
that went back to that lake.
yep. We found that channel and I didn't even know it was there. So,
So you said you wanted to
because I
fish
don't
those,
usually
oh, go ahead.
I said, I don't usually fish off its bayou, and when we went back there, it was pretty neat going back in there and everything.
So did you ever go back and fish those, dock lights that you were talking about?
I did not. I think I'm gonna probably end up doing it here soon because we got the second boat, and the second boat I need to run it at night to see how the wiring is doing and everything after we got it all worked on. So
I was excited to hear what you pulled out of there, as excited as you were about those lights that were under there.
yeah.
I'm like, "He knows something somebody else doesn't."
So I fish lights in my sea hunt, and I did end up pulling out a 31-inch speckled trout, and that's a really big speckled trout out of Galveston. A lot of people, they don't get a whole lot of 30-inch. I ended up getting that mounted. It's hanging on the wall at the house, so it
You
was
hanging
a
out at the
31 inches.
office today?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm actually in the vehicle right now, so
Nice.
I used one of those little displays that it would hide the back, so
Gonna say it looks awful official right now.
I was gonna say
yeah.
it's awful sophisticated.
So what do you have on your wall besides your 30-inch trout?
I have a 31-inch speckled trout, and I have my sailfish that I caught over in Florida.
Where'd you pick that one up at?
We fished out of Destin. I went over to Destin. We were looking at boats over there. That's before I started the charter company, and I took a charter company out there to go fishing, and we ended up catching a sailfish right off the beachfront in Destin. It was pretty cool. So
That definitely looks like fun.
they have a spot that's like I think this says like 12 fathom. It's a 12 fathom line, so it's 6 feet per fathom, and so that's like a real deep ledge right there, and that's where they usually like to run around and everything, and that's where we ended up catching it.
Right
So,
off the ledges is where the bigger fish hang out
mhm.
to, like, catch anything that rolls over.
Yep, yep.
So how can you tell a good fishing spot when you're out there? Is it just by, like, secondhand knowledge, or is it running gauges, or is it something you can see just by
Um,
driving over?
what we're looking for structure, current, and just repetition. We fished it before. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. When it's really good, usually we take the pressure, what the wind's doing, if it's an incoming tide, outgoing tide. If the water temperatures, sometimes we pay attention to the water temperature. If it's too hot, I mean, it might not be a good spot in the wintertime when it's really good in the summertime. So that's what we look for.
So are you looking for like high moving current, or are you looking for the backflow current, like a little bit of backwater
Um,
action?
a little bit of just a little bit of current, not too strong that our quarter ounce or a 1 ounce weight can't hold it. Because I've been to places where our 6 or 8 ounces we have to double up those.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, it can be strong currents through that jetty system.
I can tell by the screen Ashley's over there just learning all kinds of new stuff today. She's just
Yeah,
absorbing
I'm
everything
just
that's
like,
coming out.
okay. Yeah, I have no idea.
So
Like,
we went fishing in our little lake that we go to with the camper where her and I hang out. And she lost, what was it, 22 and a half fish or 24 and a half fish
yeah.
to nothing. And the half fish are the ones that I didn't put a hook in and they grabbed the tail and I just flipped them on the bank.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. I'm
What lake were you
very
guys staying at?
much like Diamond Lake
in
in
Diamond
Montezuma.
Montezuma.
Lake?
Yep.
Yeah.
Montezuma?
I'm very much like backwoods country girl, pond, lake fishing.
Yeah.
I've got my ass handed to me in our little fishing tournament. I had lots of bites, but I could not get a hook to set for anything. So, like
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
like me that has never been on, like, obviously the open ocean, Gulf, however you want to put it, like,
Mhm.
can I just walk onto your boat and you're gonna like give me all of the tools and all the things that I need to fish? Like, or am I gonna have to know things beforehand, or will I be good to go? Like, you'll be able to help me, or what would I need to know?
Yes, I will be able to provide all the equipment for you guys, from even the bait, the tackle, the ice for your fish, and then when we come back, I'll even clean the fish for you. Me or my captain will clean the fish for you. It's part of the package deal. We'll put it in some Ziploc baggies, that way you guys can take it home, or you can take it to Huli Huli Hut and have them cook it up for you too. So,
That's how
Ding
he
ding.
hooked me. That's how he hooked me right there.
yep,
It's like you can just drop a fish off and they'll cook it for you.
yep. They'll cook it. I think it's still 3 ways. I think it's blackened, fried, and grilled. So
They remodeled that whole place too. It needed it.
it's a pretty nice little place over there.
So building on her questions, are there certain people that shouldn't go on the boats? Is there like anybody that
Um,
if they have certain ailments or certain like problems with things, they aren't going to handle the boats well?
if you get motion sickness, we do recommend that you take the Dramamine and everything the night
I was gonna say
before.
they make
And
Dramamine.
yeah, Dramamine's best. To be honest, we had a customer. She wanted to go out fishing, and she was I think she was 24 months or 24 weeks pregnant, and we were like, I don't
You got a
know.
note from your
You can
doctor,
get
man?
Yeah, that's what I did ask. I said, can we get a note from the doctor? And we're gonna have you guys sign
Yeah.
waivers. 'Cause I can't have
Yeah.
you out there fighting a fish and then all of a sudden you're having a baby?
No kidding. Like a preterm baby. No, thank you.
Mhm.
You, you
Yep.
didn't want to get your
So,
doctorate with your captain's license is all I heard out of that.
no.
No. Holy cow.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, we've taken like you seen on those pictures, that kid that was laying next to those fish, we take kids that are 4, 6 years old, all the way up to 18, 20, 22. So, we take all kinds of people.
I'm
Um,
glad that you weren't using him as bait.
yeah, no. But, no, yeah, we'll even if you're able to get out of a wheelchair, if you have to stay in a wheelchair and need assisted send and then put you back in your wheelchair, we'll take you in the wheelchair too. The Sea Hunt is considered, wheelchair friendly. Like, I've had people in wheelchairs before in that boat.
Is that because the back of it's kind of an open panel where
Yes.
there's no obstructions?
Yep. Yeah, that bench that that was back there, we can lower that down, and we got more than enough room for a wheelchair back there.
Nice. So have you I know I was like a special case and you had never done it before, but have you gotten into the tourist side or have you stuck straight to the the fishing side?
I stuck to the fishing side and the commercial side. So I've been staying with the commercial side. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
That's
So
outstanding. I
the
honestly
fishing
thought
side's
you
been
might sneak right over into that tourism side there for a second. Just kinda steal a
no,
couple
we
things here
do
and there.
run we do sunset cruises though. We will do sunset cruises if you want to go on a sunset cruise. So
Chase the
and
dolphins
dolphin
around for a
tours,
while.
we'll do the dolphin tours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but we don't really get a whole lot of phone calls on it though. So
So there was that, grass hut thing that sits on the I think it's what, the big island over there? Right next to the shipping lane. There's like a
oh yeah,
grass
yeah, yeah.
community grass hut thing there. It
Mhm.
used to be
Yeah.
named, and then all of a sudden they took it off Google Maps. Was there something that happened there and they don't want, like, out-of-towners going, or is it a local spot, or
So that's the commercial side that's coming in. So they're getting ready to drill LNG. Power LNG just signed a lease over there, and they're gonna be pumping that for the cruise ships. So they'll be pumping that. I think they said they were planning on 400 to 800,000 gallons a day. And they'll be pumping out of there.
so the hut disappeared?
The hut's still there. The hut's still there, but they're gonna be pumping some gases out.
Nice. So what's
Yep.
the best fishing trip that you've ever taken somebody on? Like, if you had to
Best fishing
just
trip.
put it up there as, "It doesn't get any better than this was perfect," or the funniest, or
Probably the kingfish when we went to a state water trip. We trolled. There was another boat there trolling, and we were hooking up left and right with the kingfish. And he ended up calling me on the radio. He said, "Hey, what are you using, and how deep are you trolling, and how fast?" And I told him, and he was doing almost the exact same. I think he was maybe 5 to 10 feet deeper, and we were just smoking them right next to him. I like a little bit of competition. I don't know, it might be in me a little bit to have some competition going on, but when there was another boat there trolling, I was like, "Let's give it a shot." And I called him on the radio. He said, "No, I ain't getting really anything." And then he called me back on the radio. It's like, "What are you doing differently?" Because he could see the rods, they're just flipping over left and right. So I think we came back with like 4 or 5 kingfish in like 10 to 15 minutes of trolling.
Dang.
in 10 to 15 minutes? That's pretty quick. Pretty
Yeah.
quick on
Yeah, it
trolling.
was I was only trolling, like, I think it was, like, only 6 knots, and in about 10 to 15 depth, trolling that depth right there in that 10 to 15 mark, so the water was about 45 feet deep, and
They're
the
f
water was nice and warm.
they're hanging towards the top, huh?
Mhm. Yep,
It's always good. What's the worst
yep.
fishing trip that you've ever taken people on? Ashley,
The
plug
worst
your ears.
fishing trip the worst fishing trip, I would probably say when we got caught in a 50-mile-an-hour windstorm.
That
That was
doesn't
pretty
sound like fun.
scary. It came out of nowhere. There wasn't no wind before. I mean, it was nice sunny day out, and then all of a sudden you just see the black clouds just coming in, and it just took out. It just rolled out.
Was there any, like, funny memories that you got from your years down there of, like, random stuff that tourists have done that just stuck with you?
Driving off the seawall.
I saw that. I saw
They
that
He
video.
sent
always
me that.
it's usually about 2 or 3 a year that they always end up driving off the seawall, and I've seen it
I don't
firsthand
understand
personally.
how.
Dude, I seen one person get out of their car, it was shut off, and it literally just they were inside the store, and it just backed right on off, like the parking brake went out. Me personally, I think it might be some, like, ghost stuff going on.
I would believe that.
So, I mean, that island is very haunted.
Have you been on the ghost walk?
I have not been on the ghost walk yet.
You should.
Actually, you need to tell
I
him about the
should.
ghost walk.
It's good. You should do it. You went on the ghost walk too?
I
Kobe
know.
was super thrilled to go on the ghost walk.
None of the working ladies had talked to me, though.
Yeah.
No, we
Apparently,
did. We went on the
Galveston is
ghost tour.
loaded full of, brothels back in the day,
Yeah. Yep.
and none of those ghosts would talk to me. I had money and everything. I was ready to go.
Yeah, he was trying.
So I mean, why did you pick, other than your family being there, Galveston out of everywhere to set up shop? Is it just because you
To
liked it?
be honest with you, I've been going down there since 2007, I believe, or maybe no, 2005. Been going down there since 2005 as a little kid, and I don't know. I just liked it. It's very nice. So
So everybody complains about the color of the water because they don't understand that it's just mostly the sand particles floating around. So they think it's dirty.
hmm
But do you get comments like that all the time out on the boat, or is it just the people that don't actually research what's going on down there?
the biggest comment we get when we're going out to the jetties is when that line of that clean water and that dirty water meet together, and that's when they're like, "Whoa, why is it like this?" You know, this and that, and then we gotta explain to them, you know, the tides and the tide line. That's what it is. So, how the currents stir it up and that sand and everything, and that clean water, is all calm on that side. So, you know,
Little science class.
little science class, yes.
That's free.
Yep. Yeah.
So the three sandbars that are off of, I believe it's East Beach down there.
hmm
I made it to two of them, but I didn't have the balls to go for number three. Is it actually there?
It's there. I've been to it.
And it's
It's
I heard
about
it's
6
like,
feet deep, though.
yeah, just enough to drown.
Yes, it's 6 feet deep, and, it's a long ways back to that beach when you get to that 3rd sandbar.
I heard it's like what, 2 mile swim or something, or is it that far?
It's not I don't think it's a 2-mile swim. It's usually about I would say it's about maybe a quarter mile. I'd say it's a quarter mile.
I've seen
It's
videos
pretty
of
far.
people strapping poles on their back and making the swim to go out and fish it, and then swimming back with the fish hanging off the side of them.
Yeah, I would hate to see the reel looking like after all that salt water and sand getting in there. I wouldn't wanna use an expensive one.
I kind of felt like a regular down there because we were on that beach and everybody was going out and hitting that first little drop of water that's in between the first two sandbars. So I went out there past all these tourists, and next thing you know, I'm standing in ankle deep water, freaking everybody out. I'm like, "It's out here, come here." And I started dragging them out to it so they could stand up and play in it. I'm like, "There's a third one, but I don't quite have the stones to go for it." So, and I was
Yeah.
drinking margaritas
It's
at the
very
same
dangerous
time.
too.
Yeah. I
It's
heard
very
there was a
dangerous. I
cross
would take
current
something
through
to
the
float
middle.
with you. Yeah, I would take something that would float with you. That's how I did it, like one of those boogie boards, so that's what I did.
So do you watch TikTok at all?
Oh, yeah, I love TikTok. I mean, I'll stroll through that all.
So there's one video on there. I wanna see your reaction. What would you do if you were out fishing and a guy in a unicorn's out there with a shark on, sitting on
Oh,
a
I seen that
unicorn
one.
floaty?
I seen that one. I think that'd be pretty cool. I would totally help him to make sure he landed that shark, and then I'd take him back to the beach and say, "Okay, have fun."
Would you have fought it that long, being competitive? If it would have pulled you off the bank on your unicorn floaty, would you have been 2 miles away from shore still fighting a shark?
Oh, yeah, I totally would.
If you got a unicorn floaty, you can't give up.
He had to tie the tail
No.
off because it
If
was
you give up, he'll
leaking.
come back at you.
Exactly.
So just
If you're man enough to be in a unicorn floaty, you're man enough to wrangle a shark.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's Tyler. That has to be him down there pulling sharks in. That's his new boat he was talking about. It's a unicorn. He's got a whole fleet of them. He's got the dolphins, the unicorns, pink elephants.
Oh, yeah. And a sea turtle.
Yes,
Got to have the sea turtle.
the gang's all
Yep.
here.
So what's your now that you live there, what's your favorite part of Galveston? Where do you hang out? What do you do while you're down there?
I'm not usually down there a whole lot with the commercial side of, working on the crew boats and stuff. I've been spending my past month has been in Louisiana. So I've been getting to know the guys over there in Louisiana, a little bit of Cajun guys. They show me the backwaters over there. And it's like it's bringing ideas to my mind, like maybe expand put another charter company, maybe in Louisiana or Florida or something like that. So I don't know. I just having ideas in my head, so
So
might expand it.
So how do you go about picking your captains? What do you look for on that? Are you looking for personable
I'm
or
looking
like knowledge of the area?
I'm looking for personable knowledge of the area, and they got to be a boat captain. I mean, I can't have a guy that's just, getting paid just to drive the boat. I mean, he's got to make sure, the oil's, good. Let me know that hey, call me up and say, hey, I need oil change and we're getting close to time. And then I can make those arrangements, meet him down there, do the oil change and all that. I need a guy that's not gonna panic, gets caught up in these pop-up storms, That's the worst thing to do is panic when you got customers on board. Because when you're panicking, the customer's panicking. My favorite line is "Don't freak out until I'm freaking out. When I freak out, that's when you really should start freaking out." So that's my line. I mean, I don't know why I always say it. Even with the commercial guys, I've been out there, it was about 2 months ago, I was taking guys from the yacht basin. I was in the Tenacity, which is that big crew boat. We were heading out to a tanker ship, and I told the guys, I said, "Hey, it's gonna be rough." We started heading out, and they came up, and they said, "Hey, Cap, it's a little rough." I'm like, "Well, we're right here at the ship." We were about 40 miles offshore. That boat only goes, 10 to 12, 15 knots. And we were in 10 to 12-foot seas. And I was getting ready to back down on there, push up on that tanker ship, and was going to have them climb up the Jacobson ladder. And they're like, "No, we can't do it. We can't do it." I said, "Okay." So I pulled off. I said, "Call the company, man. Let them know that you can't get up there." We started trucking our way back in. And they're like, "You weren't freaking out in that and that?" I was like, "No." I said, "When I freak out, that's when you guys need to start freaking out." So,
I mean, that's kind of what you want in a boat captain, though. You don't want a boat captain
oh
that's all
yeah,
flighty.
yep. You do not want one that's freaking out all the time.
I know,
No, she
probably
can't drive it.
not. Mm. I mean, if it's a completely calm glass day, yeah, sure. But panic situation, no.
Have you tried putting it on the trailer yet?
A boat?
Yeah, boat
I
putting a
mean,
boat on
I've
the
I've
trailer.
driven. I can drive it up onto something like the shore.
Yeah,
She can drive it in a lake
there you go.
as long as it has paddles and no motor.
Yeah,
I can too. That's rude. You don't know that.
paddles. I don't even remember what it was like to drive a boat with paddles. I don't know how to drive
Yeah,
a boat
he
with paddles
don't
anymore.
listen to him.
I
He
was,
doesn't know things. Well, don't listen to him. I'm fine. I just can't do it in a panicky situation.
or if there's a snake.
Oh yeah, fuck no.
Hey,
No snakes.
nope. I'm running back to shore. There's a snake in the boat. I'm going
Thank
back
you.
to shore.
Yeah.
With or without the boat.
Without the boat, without
I'll
the boat.
walk
I'm
on
jumping out of that
water.
boat. That's
I will walk
that
on
that
water.
snake's in the boat.
I'm Jesus. See ya.
There you go.
I'm sure you're trolling. Catch something good on your way back in.
I don't
Yep.
care. Gone.
So what are the biggest hazards for people that come down there and just rent a boat without having the captain's license down there?
People that rent the boat, those are probably close that don't know the area. It's very dangerous. I mean, you got sandbars. Like I said, they've been doing a lot of dredging. So like you got dredge pipe that's all over the channel right now. You hit one of those, put a hole in the boat. I've seen people lose their complete lower unit, like they hit the pipeline and
Ooh.
the lower unit gone. So you got no prop, no power, nothing, and you're just drifting. So I mean, there's a lot of dangerous stuff. Lightning, I hate lightning, so lightning I won't go.
Sit at the bar on that one, huh?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Stare at the boat. Wish I was out there, but no,
yep.
not today.
And it doesn't hurt to postpone, wait an hour because it's Texas. You wait an hour, it might be raining at one point and sunny then in 20, 30 minutes. So that's what's nice about Galveston City.
I remember coming over the bridge from Texas City to Galveston, 105 degrees, blazing sun, torrential downpour on the bridge, and back to 105 degrees, and I was dry by the time I got to Fishtails. I was on a
Yep,
motorcycle and traffic was stopped on the bridge. I'm like, I'm going to work and just split the cars, both feet down.
yep,
But yeah, that was like perfect description of Texas weather. It can be raining a million miles an hour, and then next thing you know, you're burning to death.
yep.
So how bad did the cruise ships interfere with your driving down there? Do they get out in
Oh,
your
the
way
cruise
quite a
ships.
bit?
So we get a lot of tourists that are going on the cruise ships, and it's messing with getting back to the boat. on harbor side. Harbor side is backed up in the morning almost every day of the weekend. So
So how many boats roll out of Yacht Basin now? I know
how many boats?
they were pretty full last time I was down there, but there's a lot of open slips. Have they filled all the way up?
No, there's not there's not a lot of boats there right now. It's about the same as what it was before. About the same.
And why'd you choose that marina over the other ones down there?
It's a 10-minute ride to the jetties. That's why I much rather go to the jetties than fish the bay.
Yeah. Is the bay fishing at least halfway decent?
Yeah, until it starts getting warm, and then you see those bay guides out there at the jetties doing the same thing we're doing, and they're wasting more fuel because they got to drive all the way from West End Marina or up there by San Leon, Texas City. I mean, they got to make that drive where we're out there in 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes.
Did they ever get the remodel done on the marina across from the airport, right past the bridge? I can't remember the name of it.
They that is the Galveston bait and tackle, that one right next to that bait camp.
Yeah.
They did. They built that one up, and they actually made a new one called Bent something. I want to say it's Bentwood or something like that, and it's a brand new. It's got a dry stack and everything. So
I know they had there's one up in Kima by Kima in the lake that
mhm.
it's the weird. I mean, I looked at I don't know how many marinas down there when I was looking to get the boat business going, but this one they dry store everything. They pull it out and they put it in their shelving, and then you call them ahead of time, and they go put the boat in the water for you. You seen
Mm.
any of those down there?
No, I have. Yes, that's what Bentwood's doing, and I mean the Yacht Basin does that too as well, where you call them ahead and they'll come and drop it in the water. I believe you got to call the Yacht Basin 24 hours in advance to let them know you're coming.
Yeah, I did. That was new to me. I never heard that you could do. I understood the slings part, pulling it up out of the water, but I didn't know they ever transported them around and stored them that way. So that was
With those big forklifts.
yeah, that was they couldn't do it with the style of boat that I showed you while I was down there. But
Mm.
so if you're just going to describe your business and what you're looking to pull people in with, how would you best describe your business and what you guys offer?
Best describe it and what we offer. Like I said, we offer a good time on the boat, whether it's fishing or hanging out. You guys want to bring, we allow alcohol in there, just no glass containers. We're kid friendly as well. All my captains, they don't smoke, so you don't have to worry about that. I know a lot of captains, they smoke the cigarettes and stuff. So yeah, we don't allow that on the boats. I don't like the cigarette smoke going into the cushions and stuff. So, but
Yeah.
yep, everything else. I mean, it's usually a fun time. So,
That's the most important thing.
yep.
So Ashley doesn't know 100% the full story of the boat ride that we got while we were out there, but right when you come out of the marina, you got Selma sitting there. And can you fish Selma? Have you? It's like a concrete
Oh yeah,
old vessel that's sunk out there.
yeah. It's a concrete ship. I think it was one of like
Okay.
6 concrete ships, and you could fish that one. Yep,
Hmm.
So we went out
Okay.
and
it's
we went
pretty.
out and tooled around that for a little bit. And then as you come up and around, we were going to Offhats Bayou in there. There's a railroad bridge that has to be elevated for you to most boats to get underneath of it, even though you were trying to yank your antennas down and go under it anyway. But we sat there and we got to watch a train. And then you go underneath that bridge, which is connected to the main vehicle bridge, basically. They're pretty much at the hips, the same bridge. And you go around the corner in there, and then you start running into those huge, expensive houses that have boats I could never afford in my life.
Oh, like yachts.
Yeah, that thing was,
Oh, like those super fancy ones, like when we first went over the bridge,
yeah,
like that area. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So one of the boats sitting there, I looked at the price of one similar, and it was like $4 million for that one that was
Ew.
sitting next to the grass hut out there. Do you remember that one? It's probably
Yep.
still there, but that thing's like $4 million. Are you on that high-end luxury path? Are you going to get up there and get one of those?
No, no. I want to charter one of those out unless it was just doing boat tours.
You're not going to
I
just
want to charter it out fishing wise. I would, it would be like high clientele.
where you just take them out and tool them around.
Pinkies out.
Pinkies out with the tea,
Yep.
the wine.
The champagne.
Yeah, I actually got offered a 57-foot Viking. If I ever had high end clientele, like maybe a professional football player or UFC fighter or something that
Oh,
wants
yeah. There you
that
go.
luxury. He did offer me. He said, "Hey, just pay the gas and we'll work out a deal." And I was like, "Okay." I just have to get back a hold of him and see if he's really down for that. So, but yeah, there is that opportunity. I do get a high clientele, which I had. Henry Cenudo, a
Oh, yeah, I
UFC
know
fighter.
him. Yeah.
He was gonna come out fishing with us, but the weather day wasn't working out, and I think he had something wrong with his knee, so he didn't want to risk going out there too bad.
That
So
was
I ended up. I told him it was gonna be rough. So
like 6 years ago then, wasn't it? When he had the knee issue?
yeah, he had the knee issue, but he acted it up again training.
Okay.
Yeah, he puts on wrestling clinics at my stepdad's club that he coaches at. So we hook him up with a fishing deal every once in a while. So yeah.
So, is there anything that we haven't covered that you want to make sure we get out there?
No, I think we pretty much covered a lot, to be honest. So.
You don't have any sneaky Galveston stories or party stories that you want to throw on the internet for the rest of your life?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Any good Iowa stories?
Bike week is pretty good though. I ain't gonna lie, bike week's pretty good in November. I don't know if you guys been down there during bike week.
No, haven't
But
made that.
it's usually about the end of October, beginning of November. Bike week is awesome.
So
I
just thought of something when you brought up bike week. I saw this firsthand, and I just want to know if it's still going on. But during a holiday, trying to get into Galveston, the cars are literally one pulls off, one pulls on from the bridge because that's about all the space you have. They used to barbecue on the bridge while they're waiting to get onto the island. The car would move, they'd drag their grill forward and keep cooking. Do they still do that? Is it still that bad?
I haven't seen that in a while. I remember seeing that in I think it was 08, 09. Spring break of 08, 09, they were doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's nuts.
You could drive by and they'd toss you a hot dog. I mean,
Oh my God.
it was a party. They literally had barbecue grills and were hand dragging them with their
Ultimate
cars
tailgating.
over the bridge because that's one or two cars would come off. You'd move 2 spaces because every road in town was full.
You're gonna be there for a while.
They make those grills that you can put on the hitch.
Yep.
Now.
Yeah, they do.
So
Might as well.
They ruined the dragging of the grill. Damn it! That was one of my favorite things. So how worried were you when the seawall was up to the top of the bricks?
The seawall was up. The water was up.
No, I saw videos. I don't know if it's real or not, but where the water had come up to almost over top of the bricks in some sections on that wall. Did that actually happen, or was it just made up bullshit? Would have been like 2 years ago.
I don't know if it actually happened. I don't think that actually happened. I know it was spraying up on it, but it wasn't almost coming over. Not that I'm aware of. So,
all right.
I don't remember seeing that. But I do recommend do not go and wade San Luis Pass. I know a lot of tourists go down to San Luis Pass and go drive down on the beach down there, but do not get in that water. That water is very dangerous. Ever since they closed up Rollover Pass, that current even worse than what it was before.
Really?
Yep. It's good fishing still.
Yeah.
Very good fishing.
You just want to stay the hell out of it.
Very dangerous to get in the water. Yeah. It's very dangerous to get in the water there.
All right, man. Well, we've ate up about an hour of your night.
It's all good.
any final thoughts for you?
Not off the top of my head right now, no.
All right. We'll tell everybody how to find you, where to look you up, what your socials are.
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan.
All right, buddy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We will definitely hit you up here in a little bit.
So,
yeah, we'll definitely.
Sounds good.
We'll definitely hit you up. All right, buddy.
All right.
Have a good one.
Nice to meet you.
Later.
Nice meeting you again.
It's called Frosty Dinghy, and I'm the dolphin, and you're the flower.
Well, I guess. I think it should be Dr. Parker, but